Anyway, today what we are gonna do is today we are not doing Pokemon, but we are doing a general photo manipulation. And I thought of something like a jungle and like overgrown ruins of some buildings, and then maybe some animal. Maybe let me actually draw this maybe for you real quick, and then maybe something like some ruins here, maybe oh sorry, and then maybe some buildings going in the far here, and then here is fog and maybe some other ruins here, and then here maybe in the foreground I want this to be a tree, something like here. Here's a tree, let's say, or not like this, but like this. That's the tree, and yeah, and then maybe some plants here, the foreground, some plants here, and yeah, maybe some stones lying around here, and then some animals maybe here, maybe actually a monkey. I selected the monkey already from About Elements, and then maybe for contrast, I want this here like a sci-fi drone. Here maybe is a sci-fi drone that's flying, just for contrast. And then yeah, what are you drawing? Actually, right now I'm drawing nothing. I'm just explaining what we are gonna do today. The photo manipulation, what we're gonna do. Yeah, basically the theme is like a jungle ruin, maybe some overgrown ruins, like buildings, like I explained. Maybe you weren't here in chat. And yeah, maybe like I said, for contrast, some kind of sci-fi drone, with some light, and then yeah, like I said, some animals here. Yeah, basically, I can show you the raw images that I already kind of selected. I downloaded them from Envato Elements. Yeah, something like this, some ruins. And yeah, we will have to cut them out, of course. First, we have to mask them, and then yeah, basically, a jungle ruin themed artwork, photo manipulation. Yeah. Do you like, Luca? Do you like art, or do you just passing by? By the way, Luca, if you are interested in art, photo manipulation, or any traditional art form, I don't know, maybe you draw, then you can join my Discord server. We are not many right now, but yeah, hopefully we'll build a really nice community, and then you can share your art there. Can you do Epstein Island? Maybe the next artwork will be Epstein Island. Yeah, that was a good one. Wake Boss. I don't know, Wake Boss. Yeah, that's a good one. I might join. Yeah, you can join, Luca. I'm happy to see you there. Yeah, you can share your artworks there, and maybe in the future, if we are like around 20 people, then we can do art contests, and maybe some watch together. I don't know. Maybe you can watch something, and yeah, have much fun there. Thanks, bro. Epstein. yeah. Not today, but maybe sometime in the future. Yeah, like I said, I selected some raw images for our project today. Some apes, and then some flying birds, some colorful birds to give. And then the main focal point, I think, will be this sci-fi drone. And then I also have this here, another sci-fi drone. Yeah, we will do something really nice, I think. I'm gonna join and then sleep. Bye. Yeah, no problem, Luca. Bye. It's pretty late, I think, right? pretty late here where I am, but yeah, no problem, Luca. Hopefully you can join the stream next time. Have a nice sleep. Have a nice sleep, bro. All right. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this in the last stream, but my cat came back, fortunately, and yeah, she was like lost for 2 days, and then somewhere around, I don't know, 4 a.m. like I'm in the bed and I couldn't sleep, because of my cat. I worried really for my cat, and then somewhere around 4 a.m. I just hear some quiet meow, say meow, some very quiet meow. Yeah, most of the time she's really loud. My cat like always talks. She loves to talk, and then yeah, she was so quiet. I don't know. Then I opened the door, and then she came in, and then she didn't eat something outside, right? And then she went straight to eat, and then yeah. But yeah, I'm glad that she's back. Fortunately, she came back. Some I don't know. I thought she maybe someone picked her up, and she's home. Someone picked her up, like I said. But yeah, I don't know, she somehow returned like 2 days later. She returned. Yeah, I don't know. Really, really weird. I didn't, and I searched everywhere for her. I searched, and basically the whole street, like, probably heard me cry for her. She's her name is Susie, and I'm like, Susie, where are you? Like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. at night. But yeah, fortunately she's back. So anyway. Okay, maybe let's start then. Maybe let's just start. Still coughing, by the way. I'm sorry for that. My voice is a little bit broken still. But yeah. All right. Then let's just start then with let's see. What should we start with? Maybe with the foreground or some ruin, maybe, that we will use, maybe some ruin. Actually, maybe we can start with this image here. Should we start with this here? Let's see. Then we have this, we have that, some stones here. But I think we can probably start with this here, with this image here. Right? Yeah, I think this one was pretty nice, I think. All right, let's start with this then. Let's see. Yeah, I think we will have to cut this part here out. And then, yeah, let's maybe cut this out first. Actually, yeah, maybe use the polygonal lasso here. Or yeah, let's use the polygonal. Right here. Dun. Maybe, just maybe like this. I think it's okay. Or let's mask this maybe. And then I want to copy this. All right. Then I think I want to flip this. How do we? All right. And then maybe here. Yeah, I think something like that, maybe. The perspective is a bit tricky, maybe. But yeah, let's apply. Let's rasterize and then apply the mask here. Right. By the way, if someone is still on the phone screen, you can join the full stream. I have 2 streams running. Then you can see all the Photoshop setup and the layers and so on. All right. Maybe, let's warp this somewhere like this, maybe. And then we will have to make this smaller anyway. Before we do that, let's actually, before we lose quality, we can convert to a smart object, and then we should be able to make this smaller without losing any quality, And then, yeah. And then, but we have to find another building here that we can use for this site here. But which we are gonna, do we even have something to use for this, for the left side? We'll see. Maybe this here, but I don't know. The perspective is, I don't think that the perspective is correct. But yeah, maybe this. Or maybe even, you know what? Maybe we can use the other side here, to be honest. Should we try? I think we can try, but before we do that, let's see. Maybe we have something even better than that. Maybe this, actually. But yeah, I think the perspective, I don't know if the perspective is correct. Maybe it wouldn't work. Let's see. Yeah, I think, you know what? I think we can just use this here again. But let's delete the mask. And then I want to cut this here out, maybe. This side here. So, how are we gonna do that? Maybe with the polygonal lasso tool again. Maybe we can... Actually, I see that we could use this side also, and not this here. Maybe it would be even smarter. Should we use this? Actually, should we use this side? You know what? Doesn't really matter. For now, let's just... Maybe I use my graphic tablet. And yeah, maybe the lasso tool. Maybe this part is a bit boring, but yeah. Maybe someone wants to see this also. But this part is basically just cutting out first before we... Wait. Why is this looking so weird? Oh, wait, I made a big mistake. Okay, sorry. I was wondering why this looked so weird. Okay, I had this other image here. Okay, no problem. We can just... Yeah, we can just... Actually, maybe, you know what? We just mask this. Let's just mask this. Just with black. And then, yeah, let's just mask this for now. And then even maybe to here, and then we can just make this even bigger, and then like this, Yeah, let's just rasterize, apply the mask, and then convert to smart object again. And then you can use this. Oh yeah, basically the other things here also. You have to mess this out also, but like this, and then maybe this also. All right, something like that. But this will be bigger, of course. It will have to be bigger, and then the perspective has to be more like this, I think. All right. Now, what will we do with this? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we have to put this here, maybe even. Yeah, I think we'll have to cut this out even more eventually. Yeah, should I do this now or should I wait? Let's see. Yeah, maybe I just do this now. Maybe I just do this now. Hello, how are you? Oh, Nikki, how are you, man? Nikki, you are back, right? You are from the last few streams, right, Nikki? I think I remember you. How are you, man? How are you, Nikki? The 3D guy, right? The Blender guy and the... What was it? Was it Nuke? Nikki, if you're there, hi, man. You are very welcome today. How are you doing, man? How are you doing? I'm still a bit sick. I'm good. Nice, Nikki. You are the one, right, with the 3D and who joined the... Yeah, okay. All right. Nice. Welcome again, buddy. Welcome again. All right, let's mess this out. Let me see. Okay. If you're on the phone screen, then maybe you have to see it more like this. Now let's just mess this. .3D. Yeah. You are the 3D guy. Your artworks, by the way, were really nice. I really liked the Pokemon card. I don't know, did you do the design yourself or maybe, you know what, with this, I don't know if we can cut this out correctly with that. I think we have to use the polygonal mode here. How was this again? I think it was, you have to press this? No. Was it shift? Or what was it? Something. I think you could achieve this somehow. Maybe it was the other thing here, the polygonal, right? Maybe the polygonal was it actually. And then, yeah, okay. Sorry, it was the polygonal thingy. Okay. Why is this not selecting anything? All right. Okay, bro. Okay. Yeah. All right. I get you. I get you, bro. You are feeling a bit different today. Okay. Now I think, yeah, I think it was like this. All right. We have to use this. And then I think if we do that, then we can make a straight line right here. And then here. Yeah, basically we have to cut this out manually for now. And also wait, let's do this. And then, wow, that's awesome thumbnail. Yeah, that was one of my artworks that I did. But yeah, today we do a kind of jungle themed artwork. Real 92. Too flat. No, I really like the Pokemon design. I don't know if you did also the card design yourself, but it looked really awesome. For me at least. I don't know. It looked really nice. Well, wait, why is this not why is this not oh okay, I have to press here and then it selects like I want. Right. I have to press this and then something like that. Yeah, I have to press here. Wait. Now it does something different. Huh. No. Wait. Okay. Wait. Why is this not selecting like I wanted to? Okay. Now it's on the pen mode, but yeah, we have to kinda do this like that, and then you know what? Maybe also let's just all right. Let's just select. I'm sorry, that's really bugging me out right now, but yeah, I think something like this should be. But why is it not closing the loop? It didn't even close the loop. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, let me check the stream actually. All right. All right. Maybe can we cut this in some different way maybe? Or actually, you know what? Should we do it like this? Just like this. Maybe it's a bit. Maybe it's even a bit better like that. But it's again, it does not select anything. Doesn't select anything if I do this like that. Yeah, and then it deletes this here. Okay, now it does select something. All right, actually, like I said, maybe we have to, you know, use this here. And then maybe till here. And then, yeah, and then like this. And then we can just do this here. Why is this not? All right. That's bugging me out a bit. All right, now did the correct thing. Let's switch this to lasso tool. And then we can just complete this selection here. All right, something like this, guys. Was a bit hard, but and then wait, what is this doing, man? What is this doing? All right, we have the selection, and then we should invert the selection and then press this, and then we have a rough selection. I think that's okay. That's okay for our use case. Maybe let's see. Let's take this here, right? And then actually we can make this even, yeah, make this even more like that. Something like that. Yeah, you know, something like this here. This will be our left side. And then for here, I want a tree. I think I didn't find, or I didn't find a tree. Maybe this tree is okay. Should we use this tree? Maybe I can use this. Let's see. Let's open this. Yeah, I guess we can use this one. And then, yeah, how should we cut this out? Will be a bit challenging again. Which has the most contrast here? Or should we use the... Should we try the object selection here? Maybe this object selection. Maybe it will do a nice job. I don't know. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, wait. I mean, it did a pretty okay job, right? Did it pretty nice. And maybe just this part here, just a bit. And then, yeah, I think that's totally fine. Totally fine. But I also want some of this here. I also want some of... I also want some of this. But I don't know if this will select it correctly, to be honest. But let's try anyway. Let's try anyway. Then let's copy this here and then, yeah. I think we can try a trick that I learned from, what was his name? Red, yeah, Red One. I think Red One was his name on the photo manipulation channel. He showed me a real nice trick. A really, really nice trick. Let's see if we can implement that. Okay, maybe somewhere around here, you know, something even like that. But then I want some of this here. All right, can we actually do this? Let me see. Can we actually do this? Maybe let's try it like that. Maybe let's try it like this. I don't know. Okay, let's select this here and then wait. How did he do it again? Let's go to the green channel. Was it this here? I don't know. I think yeah. He had different techniques, not only this. But I think, why is this so overblown here? This image is really bright here on the foliage. Yeah, you know, see, it's practically white. It's literally white here. That's not really good, to be honest. Why is it so overblown? Okay, someone who took this picture maybe didn't correctly set up his camera, I guess. But yeah, it's really blown out. It's literally white. So what we can do, let's see what we can do. Let's first go to green and then let me try something. If you do this, then some of this gets cut out, okay. But yeah, I think, yeah, like this, it looks weird. really weird. And then I guess I could do that. I guess I could do that for now. Let me see. Let's copy this here, and then we can set this to normal, and then let's mask this part here. But not that part. Let's invert it. And yeah, then you have something like that, something like this. But then also we need this tree back here, of course. This tree needs to come back. Let's see. Yeah, we have to paint this here in. And then something like this. But then of course the edges are really weird, right? For this we can just use just to basically, let me show you. We can go to we can make a mask and then, or a selection rather, and then we can go to select, and then where was it? I think edit quick mask mode. Was it this? No, not quick mask, sorry. Not the quick mask. It was select and mask, I think. Right. Select and mask, yeah. And then red did it something like this, I think. Shift edge. But no, not feather, not feather. Oh, radius? Was it radius? No, wait. How did he do this? How did he do this? Was it? Let's see. I think we have to fill in the mask first for this to work. But I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. Invert this. Huh? Invert, and then, yeah, I think we have to fill the mask in. Yeah, I think now it will be. Yeah, now it changes the mask. Okay, that was the mistake. Let's see. Contrast. Yeah, I think we have to up the contrast and then shift edge, right? The edge. Yeah, we have to shift the edge. Yeah, we have to. Yeah, actually, before we do that, let's cancel first. Before we do that, let me deselect this real quick, and then let's what do you say? Let's maybe just a bit change the overall mask. Maybe we can feather this here first, and then we can go again to the mask settings. Yeah, and then let's do this here. Radius. Bro, where are you from? I'm from Germany, but originally I'm from Turkey. Where are you from? Rihanf. Rihanf. Your name is Rihanf. I don't know how it's pronounced, but yeah. How are you, man? How are you? What's good? Hope you're fine. Do you like art or do you just passing by? Then I think not the contrast, but we have to shift the edge, right? Yeah. We have to shift the edge. Oh wait, did our selection do more harm than good? I think it did a bit more harm than good. I think we have to use yeah, we have to make sharp edges, I think, to be honest. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't do that. Let's actually do this again then, the correct way. Because I think the edges were a bit too soft for this to work, for this technique to work. By the way, this technique is actually really, really nice, and kinda almost nobody knows this. So this technique is a bit like a secret trick, to be honest. Like I said, I learned it from Red One. Props to Red One. He did a really nice job. It's only Rehan. Oh, Rehan, India. Oh man, India. I really want to go to India someday. I really, really want to go to India. Rehan. Nice. Okay, Rehan. Now I know your name. By the way, Rehan, if you are somehow art interested, you can join my Discord server. And yeah, we built a community there slowly. Bro, what are you doing? Can you explain, please? Yeah, I did explain at the start of the stream. Basically, I'm doing photo manipulation. I don't know if you know photo manipulation. Basically, we do a kind of artwork from different images. It's also called compositing, and we will maybe I can just draw this in real quick again for you, just real quick. So we will do a kind of ruin, kind of jungle, overgrown ruin image or composition, a kind of cinematic scene. And for this, I thought, on the left side, maybe we can have some ruins. We already have here, some ruins here. And then we will put some stones here on the foreground, and here more foliage, more greenery, like this. And then here it will be a bit foggy here, okay? A bit of fog here. But also the buildings will go will be here also, in the background. And then for contrast, I will put a sci-fi drone here, a sci-fi flying drone. I can show you actually real quick. I downloaded this basically, and then yeah, it will be nice artwork. I think it will be nice photo manipulation. Yeah, and this maybe, and then we can make some real nice contrast. Rehan, if you are still here, then yeah, something like this. It will be really nice artwork. If you're art interested, then yeah, my channel is probably the right place for you. I don't know. Do you do art yourself, or do you just passing by? Okay, let me show you this selection trick that I talked about. For this, we have to go to the mask again, and then was it Shift Edge, or I think first we have to increase the radius. I think somewhere here, and then did he? Yeah, I think he actually increased the contrast for this, if I remember correctly. But yeah, let's use this black background, then we can see it a bit better. Yeah, and then we have to shift the edge here, right? Something like this maybe, and then yeah, and then the radius, this is a bit too much. But I think maybe something like this, to be honest. Yeah, maybe something like this. All right, let's see again. Let's see. Wait. Why is this showing this a bit weird? On black. That's on black. That's on white. Okay. Okay, let's make this on white. And then from here we can adjust this a bit more. Like this. Actually, let's shift the edge a bit more, and then the radius. Yeah. Something like this, maybe. Something like this. And then you have basically cut out the shape of these leaves here. Otherwise, it will be really difficult to cut this out. Yeah, you can join the Discord server. Rehan. If you are art interested, if you do art yourself, you can share your art there, and we can discuss many things there. We can discuss art basically. All right. All right. Now we can put this in again. And yeah, and later if we blend this in, you wouldn't be able to see this really. Now it looks a bit off, but like I said, later if we blend this correctly, then it will look really, really good. All right, maybe we can bring the foreground in. For the foreground, I downloaded this image here. Hopefully we can cut this out much quicker and much easier. Sorry, I have some fruit flies here flying around, and they are really annoying. That's why I'm doing this, not because I'm, I don't know, I'm Tourette or something. I'm doing this because flies, little fruit flies are flying around sometimes, and I couldn't really get rid of them still. So let me close this. Let me close this. All right, all right, all right. How long we are streaming for right now? Okay, we have a bit more time. Maybe like 50 minutes. Let's see. All right. Let's cut this out actually with the select subject and then sky. I think that should be, yeah, that should be enough, I think. Let's see. Of course, we have to invert this. Okay, it did a bit of a bad job. Or wait, did it actually? Wait, did it cut it out correctly? Yeah, I think it did a okay job, right? Some okay-ish job. Okay, but we will only need this anyway. So, okay, let me visit your channel first. Yeah, no problem, Rehan. You are very welcome to. That's your choice. You are very welcome to leave or to stay. Like however you want. Yeah, let's mask this out here. And then this side, I think we don't need. I think we don't need this. Yeah, like that. And then, oh, here we have to mask this out manually. Yeah, we have to mask this out manually. Because it didn't really do a great job here on this side. Like that. And then, yeah, we can always adjust the mask later. But let me show you what I plan to do with it. And then let's just clear this out first, maybe. Yeah. Or actually, let me see. Maybe if we do, if we go to channels, then we can get a much cleaner selection, to be honest. Because the select sky option was a bit iffy, to be honest, on some parts, on some areas anyway. So maybe we can try it like this. Maybe it will do a better job. Object selection. And then let's see. I think that should be much better, right? Let's mask. But then invert the mask. Let's see. Did it do a better job then? Yeah, I think, actually already it did a better job than the first selection. I think that's much better. Yeah, let's use this. Let's definitely use this here. Of course, here a bit. Here, that's a bit unnecessary. Where you live, schedule. What's your my life's? Oh, when I'm going live, you mean? I mean, I don't really have a fixed time, but recently, yeah, more like, yeah, but wait, let me actually because I live in Germany, you know, I don't know what the time for you is. Let me convert this real quick. Let's say 9 p.m. here. Yeah, convert to EST, was it right? EST. Yeah, basically, if it's 9 p.m. here in Germany, then it's 3 p.m. EST. Yeah, Eastern Standard Time. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But like I said, I have no fixed schedule. I'm basically streaming when I want to, but yeah. You can see on my channel, actually we did stream most of the days since like 1 week or so. 1 week or 1.5 weeks. We basically streamed every day. So yeah, let's see how this goes, you know. Maybe I'm streaming every day or maybe every other day. But yeah. Okay, now we have this. We can use this for our foreground, you know. I think somewhere here maybe. Let's see. Like this or like that. Maybe around here-ish. Yeah, maybe we will use just this here. And then we can mask, of course, this side, and then this side we also don't need really, you know. This we don't need really, and then this we have to clean up manually here. Okay, cool. I'm going to sleep. Yeah, Rehan, no problem. It's really late here also, so no problem. Go to sleep, brother. Go to sleep. And then maybe you can catch some other stream someday. You can also, by the way, you can join my Discord if you want to see when I'm live or when I'm releasing a new video, or if you generally are interested in art-related stuff. There we can share our artworks and discuss also. So yeah, maybe you're interested in joining the Discord server. I don't know, if you want. All right. The link is in the chat, by the way. So if you want to join. All right, we can mess this out here. Yeah, but I'm glad that you came to stop by. Really nice of you, and yeah, I really want to visit India sometime. All right, we clean this up here, and also maybe we have to clean this later a bit more, but for now it's okay. Okay, I'm joining. Yeah, Rihan. No problem, Rihan. Glad to see you there. Yeah, it will be a really nice community, I think. You know, when we are like 20 people, then we will do really cool stuff, like some giveaways and some art contests. Will be really fun, I think. Maybe you don't see it on your screen, but here the selection is not really done well. Photoshop didn't do this well. Yeah, we can just mess this out for now, and then later we can correct this much more. For now it's okay. For now let's leave it like this, and then yeah, and then even this part here we can delete, but anyway. Yeah, for now let's leave it like that. Oh wait, did we? Oh, all right, let's leave it like this. So let's see, let me check the stream actually. All right, we have some minutes. Yeah, I think we have some minutes before we end the stream. All right, let's leave the composition somewhat finished, right? Maybe we can add some animals here. Will be really nice. Maybe we can, yeah, maybe we can use this guy here, this little fella. Would be really nice to select him. Let's see, object selection. Hopefully this does a better job than last time. Sometimes it's really nice, but sometimes it's pretty off. Yeah, I think that did a pretty reasonable job. Or let's see, let me see. Should we? Yeah, I think we have to use the brush, the fur brush later. But for now, let's leave him like this. Convert to smart object, and then we have to shrink this guy. Maybe around somewhere around here. Yeah, maybe like this. You know, we can place him here. And then also I want another little fella. Oh, this little sweet guy here. I want him. But his selection, I don't know if it will be like the last monkey. Maybe it's a bit more tricky with him. Let's see. Let's see. I guess it's okay. Okay-ish. But yeah, I think it's okay. You know? Not perfect, but let's see. I think we can use this. And then later we can change it. Yeah, maybe let's make him sit here. Or maybe let's make him sit here actually. Yeah, he is a bit smaller and then he can sit here, right here. Nice, nice guys. All right, let me convert this before we lose all the details. Let's convert this to smart object. Yeah. I mean, we could rasterize them also, but anyway, for now, let's leave them like this. All right. Now, some more elements. We need some more elements. Some more elements. Yeah, basically we have to fill the background also, right? And for that, I think, could we use something like this? Let me think. Could we use something like this? Rather. I think we could even use something like that. Also maybe something like that. Let me see. Let's see. Maybe something like this. Actually, I think we could use something like that. Yeah, today's stream is basically we have to lay out our composition at first, right? So it's a bit manual work at first, but then we will have much more fun. Or maybe someone likes this, I don't know. I mean, I like it, but the things that come later are a bit more fun, I guess. So, should we... Oh, wait. I think we have to duplicate this and then levels. And then I think if you do it like this, then it will be much more clear. Not like that, but yeah, I think like that, and then we can just basically use the object selection, I guess. Oh wait, should we we just use this here. Anyway, it did a pretty okay job. Also, let's select this, and then also this part here. Okay, it didn't select, but we can do this manually. We can do this with the manual selection. No problem. All right. Something like this. And then we can mask this guy. Yeah. Then we have something like that. And this, I guess we can flip horizontally, right? We can flip this here, and then, yeah, somewhere around here we can place this on in the background, because we need something to fill up the background, kinda. All right. But let's see. Yeah, we have to mess this out, of course, but for now, that's okay. Yeah, somewhere around here. And then let's see, we need some. Yeah, I think we can just place this here. And then, yeah, I think that will be somewhere around here. This thing here. And then we need some more runes, basically. Is this kinda okay? I don't know. Is this maybe that we could use? Also this. And also, yeah, also this we could use again. But let me see. Not this. You know what? I think let's just go with not this. Let's just go with this here. I guess. Or even this. Wait. Let's try this. Yeah, we have to make this real big, but yeah, before we do that, let's actually let me go to these channels here again. Oh, that was the other guy. Let's see. Let's copy this channel and then use levels again to adjust these, right? And then, yeah, something like that. Oh, wait. Before we do that, let me see if we can object select this. Maybe we can. I don't know. That looks a bit weird. But maybe like this. Yeah, that looks actually okay. But not that, and then not that. Yeah, I think that's okay, right? Also, we will use this for the background, so I don't think even that we need to do this, but yeah. Anyway, let's see, let's mask. Yeah, here it's a bit wrong, but yeah, I think that's okay. Because you will see, we will use this for the background, even though we'll make this quite large, I think. Let's see. Yeah, somewhere, and that will be really in the like we won't be able to really see this quite sharp. That will be in quite the background, you know. And we will make a fog layer before this, so you won't be really able to tell. But the perspective, I don't know about the perspective, to be honest. The perspective could be a bit of a problem. Yeah, the perspective could be a bit of a problem. That's why I don't know about this. But yeah, this will be in the background. Also, while we are at it, let's make the background. Let me show you how I do this. Not the color balance. Where is it? The solid color here. Yeah, we will use some greenish. Some green yellowish tone. Let's say, I don't know, let's say, or even, not even like this, but gray. Let's say like this. And then will be here, but yeah, we will use a gradient actually for this and make this kind of white here, and then here let's use this here, this color, and then we can do something like that, and then we will only use this behind everything. All right, then let's see, we have that, and then of course that's a bit too much, we have to lower the opacity, and yeah, and I use levels for this here. Let's use levels, and then we have to bring down the texture and of course the brightness, and yeah, we will make this a bit more less detailed, because it's much further away, it will be less detailed. But how we do this? Let's see. Of course it's too bright, we have to lower this quite a bit. Yeah, and then something like that. Really less details. But actually I think that's too big. Even this is too big, I think. We have to make this much smaller. I guess. We have to make this much smaller, but also, you know what? I want this to be in some kind of way, but I think we have to use another image for this, or combine different images. I think one is not enough for that. For this, what I want, basically, one is not enough. I think. Also, I need this maybe. I need. No, was it this? Or was it? Where was it? Oh, it was this here. Yeah, I need this also. This here. Let's see. I need this, and then I have to mask this out. Yeah, let's copy this channel and then go to levels again, and basically put everything kinda here. Maybe like that. Yeah, it needs to be more like this, I guess. I guess it needs to be like this, and then And then can we use the object selection? I don't know. Yeah, not really. Not really. Maybe let's deactivate this first. Let's see if we can use the object selection now. Maybe it's better like this. Yeah, it's a bit better, I think, without the channel trick. All right, then we can mask. Yeah, it's not perfect, right? It's not perfect, but there was one trick where we can despill this, where we can correct these white edges. I think, was it even here? Was it despill? No, not this place. Somewhere here was a trick to kind of despill this, but I forgot where this was. Paste. Was it here? Layer. I mean, I guess we can always do that. Yeah, I mean, you can always go to select and mask, but I don't know. And then radius. Yeah, we can always use this, you know, and then it will be basically shift edge. It will be basically pretty okay. Like this. Let's leave it like this for now. All right. Then we have to put this on the back. Why is this not going to the back? Why is this not going? Please go to the back. Okay. Finally. Now we have to do it like this. And then I want a pretty specific thing here. I basically want to make this. So let me show you. I want here to be an opening right here, maybe somewhere around here. Somewhere around here, and then this to be the mask. Maybe let's group everything here, and then let's group everything, and then let's copy the mask from here. All right. Then we have all the things that I want and more. And then this. Yeah, we have to basically do this and then basically do that. Right. Now that's our mask. And yeah. It's basically, wait. Oh, it's because of the building here. Right, the buildings should be something like this. And then also the mask is not really nice. It's not, you know, the mask is pretty weak. Let's make this contrasty. Yeah, I think now it's better. If you increase the contrast, it gets better. Something like that, maybe. Shift the edge. Yeah, and then let's shift the edge a bit. Yeah, that looks much more how I want. Yeah, that's much better. Something like this, and then of course you have to use the levels, not here, but I think we can just decrease the opacity, right? Yeah, somewhere around here. Can just decrease the opacity. Or maybe let's not do it here. Maybe let's yeah, we could do this on the mask. I think we have to do it different. Should we group this again for this trick? Maybe we can group this again, and then here on the mask I can do a gradient. I think the gradient should be like that. And then here it's the wrong color, black to white. And the white is here, and yeah, something like this. But something like that. Something like this. All right. Yeah, this is... And then of course we will like mask or put different things here, and then you won't be able to see, and then this gets pretty different later on. We won't use this like it is right now, so no worries. You can always decrease the color. The color is a bit too much. Yeah, let's decrease this. Let's see if you make this like that, and then... All right, that's okay for now, but yeah, we will have to change this. You'll have to change this actually much more. Something like that. Let's see. Maybe something like that. Let's see. How does this look? Should be less details, you know? Should be less details. And then maybe even like this. Yeah, something like this, you know? Less details and very far away. Actually even less details than that. Maybe something like this. And then, yeah, something like that. You know, pretty far away. Yeah, something like this. Let's save this. And then we can continue tomorrow. I think, yeah, the live stream is pretty dead as well. I think we can end here. And then, like I said, we can continue tomorrow. Maybe I can do this cutting out thing later, off stream. And then maybe we can just, yeah. Then on stream we can do the rest, the fun stuff together. Let's do that then. All right. For everyone who's watching or who watched, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your support. Yeah. However you do it, if you just watch, it's okay. If you join the Discord server, it's nice. And yeah. Thank you. All right, let's leave it here, and then yeah, maybe I will stream tomorrow again, and then yeah, I will see you guys. All right, bye bye chat.